Hello guys, and welcome to the Advanced Price Action course. I'm really happy that you decided to join us for this course. My name is Ryan with ZenFX. You probably already know me, but if not, let me introduce myself, and I will be your trainer for the rest of this course. So I wanted to make this quick video just to get you up and going, give you an idea of what to expect in this course, what to expect as far as what you'll get out of this course, what to expect from me, what I'm going to expect from you, and maybe answer any of the questions that you might have just jumping around in your head right now. I know you're super excited to get started and to get to the charts and start trading, and I'm super excited to get started with you. So let's go over a couple quick ground rules, and then I can get you started on your very first lesson. First of all, of course, forex does carry a large amount of risk, and everything that we go over in this course is strictly for educational purposes only, so definitely keep that in mind as we go through this course. Now, first thing is, let me do a quick introduction as to what this course is going to be about, and we'll get into some details, and then we'll talk about when you'll have a chance to ask any of the questions that may not get covered in this quick little introduction. So I'm going to do a little introduction of myself first, then I'm going to go over the course objectives, what we expect to get out of this course, what you can expect to get from me, and then what I'm going to expect to get out of you. Expectations, of course. Then I'm going to go over the curriculum, how we're going to progress in this course so that you can kind of get a general idea of the path that we're going to take, and of course the destination is to eventually make you a very consistent and profitable trader. Then I'm going to go over what we're going to have as far as your homework that you're going to be doing, and we're going to talk about the weekly webinars that we'll have as for all the students. And then I might talk about some bonus material that I've got in the works. I don't know if I've got it released as of the time that you're listening to this recording, but as of right now, today's date and time, I don't have them available for the students yet, but hopefully they're already ready to go by the time you're watching this. Let me give you a quick introduction of myself. My name's Ryan Labar, okay, and I've been trading for quite a while. All right, I first started trading way back in 1998, and this is before I joined the military. I was in the military, the United States Army, full-time for 8 years. Did 2 deployments to Iraq, so lots of fun there. But I actually got started in trading with not currencies, but commodities and options and futures. I actually took a course by a man, I don't know if you've heard of him, his name was Ken Roberts, and he was actually based out of a brokerage in Oregon, and he taught commodity trading, and it was really centered heavily around technical analysis and channels and breakouts and things like that. So that's where I first got started, got bit by the trading bug, you could say, and I kind of dabbled in it for a long time. Never got really serious about it because back in the day, little trivia, the only option, unless you had at least $5,000 to start a brokerage account with, which was the minimum back then, you really could only do paper trading. So it was really just a hobby at the time. It was just all paper trading because I never did have enough money saved up to open up an actual brokerage account. But once I got out of the military and I moved here to Oklahoma, where I live now, about 3 years ago I got it started in Nadex, and I started trading that and binary options. I actually started in a couple more shadier binary option overseas brokerages for a while, kind of like B options, places that open up and then shut down within the course of a 3 to 6 month period. So had some bad experiences with that, and then I did Nadex full-time for about a year, and I went through probably every Nadex strategy you could possibly imagine until I finally came to the conclusion that there is really no way to get around the house advantage that Nadex has. And if you ever want to talk to me offline about Nadex or binary options, I can tell you stories upon stories and all about the hidden world of Nadex. Be more than happy to talk with you about that. But bottom line is there's just not enough volume or trading liquidity in Nadex, even if you have a good system, for you ever to make a decent amount of money in Nadex. And in the end, it's really just going to chip away your account. So I got kind of frustrated with that, and I moved over to forex, and I've been trading forex ever since. Okay, I like I said, I've been trading forex for about 3 years now, and I did a lot of different styles, but eventually I became consistent enough in it about a year ago to transition to becoming a full-time trader, and I've been doing it for about a year now, and you know, I wouldn't do anything else. And now it's kind of my life's mission to go back and you know, I live by the motto, once you become successful, you turn around and you reach back and you know, you pick up other people, you know, everyone, reach one, teach one type of a thing. And I've had so many bad experiences in forex. I just really want to help people avoid all of the BS that's out there, all of the scams, all of the people that are going to take your money. And if you're here watching this course, that means you are definitely in the right place. You may have already gotten burned a couple times, or you might be fresh into forex. Either way, the point is that, you know, we want to keep you from getting burned ever again. And like I said, my goal is to turn you into the same type of a consistent and profitable trader that I am. And if your goal is to become a full-time trader, then that's what I want to help you do. I was first trained in the Beat the Market Maker method, or what most people know of as the Steve Morrow Market Maker method. And I did that for a good 6 to 8 months. I'm well versed in the Market Maker method. That being said, it's not my cup of tea. I don't really like the Market Maker method, but I will go over some of the things that the Market Maker method uses. More specifically, we'll go over like the TDI, and we'll go over high of the day, low of the day, average daily range, M's and W's, things like that. We'll go over those types of just very basic market analysis in our overall market strategy, but we won't lean very heavily on the Market Maker method. I have taken one-on-one mentorships. Like I said, I've been through many mentors. I've done institutional price action. I've done Japanese candlestick analysis. I've gone through the Steve Neeson courses, if you guys are familiar with that. I've gone through a lot of the Scott Carney's material on harmonic patterns and Elliott waves. I'm not a big fan of harmonics. I can teach them, but again, they're not my cup of tea. Elliott waves, though, that is my bread and butter. I love Elliott waves, and I will be teaching you guys that big time. I've also done a mentorship under Manesh Patel and the EII Capital Group on Ichimoku Kinku Hayu clouds, and I'm a big fan of that particular indicator. That combined with the RSI is really the only indicators that we're going to lean heavily on, other than just pure price action, which is what this course is about, is pure price action. So my personal style is a mix of price action, heavy support and resistance, heavy Fibonacci retracement levels, Elliott waves, and candlestick analysis. And then we throw in like the Ichimoku, like the Kumo cloud, for a little confluence. I love RSI divergence, and if any of that is just Greek to you at this point, don't worry. By the time you get done with this course, you will know exactly everything that I had just mentioned. If you already know what I'm talking about, I'm going to show you how to use those things like a pro. So just hang in there. We will get to all of that. And I'm also a really big fan of scalping. I even developed my own method called the surgical scalping method, which is free if you ever visit my YouTube page. It's a little complicated as far as, you know, it deals a lot with scaling in pending orders and using multiple EMAs on the 1 hour time frame. I also do a 15 and a 5-minute scalping method called full circle scalping. So if you guys are interested in that, or you guys probably already know about it if you're already students of mine from the YouTube videos, I love scalping because I know myself, and myself, I like to get in and out. I don't like to hang on to trades for a long period of time, but the methods that I teach you in this course, whatever your trading style is, whether it's scalping all the way up to swing trading, you can apply these methods to any time frame, so don't worry about that. So I've designed this course to be the very last course you will ever need. And I don't need to sell you on this course because, you know, you've already purchased this course, but I'm trying to impress upon you the idea that If you just stick with what I'm teaching you in this course, I want to put an end to your guru hopping. If you've been bouncing back and forth between different mentors and not settling in on a style, you're here to settle in on a style. We're going to find your personal trading style. We're going to set up your personal trading plan, and then you are going to carry that into the markets from this point forward. And no longer will you bounce back and forth between different people posting, screenshots on Facebook. Oh, I caught 50 pips doing this. I caught 100 pips doing that. Don't worry about those people. Worry about your personal trading style and getting that developed and honed to a razor sharp edge, okay? Because that's what this course is about. It's about foundational principles that are then custom tailored to your personal style. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to build on a solid foundation, and we're going to start with the basics. And if some of this is going over things that you've already learned in the past, well, you're going to learn them again. But this time I really want you to take them to heart, because we're going to start very basic and then we'll build off of that. So have patience in the beginning. We will eventually get to the flashy, Ichimoku type of stuff. But for now, let's start with the very basics and then build off of that. Okay? So we're going to go through module by module, building upon the last module. We're going to start with support and resistance, and then we're going to add in our trend lines. Then we're going to add in our candlesticks. Then we're going to add in our chart patterns. Okay, do you see where we're going with this? Then we're going to add in our pivot points. Then we're going to talk about how do we get ready to prepare a trade. And each module will be broken into sub-modules that you can then complete one at a time. Okay, right now, just lesson 1 has over 20 modules that we're going to be adding into the curriculum eventually. So each module will have multiple videos within that module that you can then work through, and each one is going to build upon the previous one. Okay, so we're building a house layer by layer. We're building the great pyramids brick by brick, but we got to start with that base level. All right. So what to expect? First thing you don't want to expect is one of your bullet points to be in a random location right off the bat, but hey, it's like the market. Okay, we roll with it. Here's the course objectives. First is to make you a consistent and profitable full-time if you want. If not, it can still be done, in your spare time, 2 to 3 hours a day. Full-time, but a consistently profitable trader. Now, the expectations are that if you give me 100% of effort, I will turn you into a trader. Okay, that's my promise to you. You make that pact with me right now. Give me 100% of effort. Okay, don't quit on me halfway through. Don't go running off to someone else halfway through the course, because if you do that, then I can't vouch for any type of results for you. But if you stick with this course all the way through, then I can tell you at the end, if you're not a profitable trader, then you and me will have one-on-one sessions until I make you a profitable trader, because I'm going to give you all the tools that you need. You don't need to go anywhere else. I'm going to show you everything you could possibly need to trade the markets and nothing more. I'm not going to give you anything you're not going to need just because it's flashy. But you give me that effort and I will make you a trader. Like I mentioned, the curriculum, it's going to have about 3 to 5 videos per module, and there's going to be about 5 to 8 modules per lesson. Okay, so it's broken up into the large chunks are the lessons, and in the lessons are modules, and in the modules are the different videos. So that's the hierarchy of the curriculum. So right now we have 4 large lessons planned out so far, but we will be adding more as time goes on, and you'll have access to all those. Now each video, I know this is excessive, but it's for a reason. I want you to watch each video a minimum of 5 times until they are ingrained into your mind. And I promise I'll try and make those videos all 20 minutes or less. I'm not going to make you watch like hour-and-a-half long video 5 times. because that's going to take you forever. Each video is going to try and be broken up into 15 to 20 minute, little snippets so that you can, and that's why we have so many, is so that you can watch one in a sit down without having to break it up into multiple sessions. Now your homework, there will be homework given for each video. Okay, and it must be completed and uploaded to my Telegram channel so that I can take a look at it, and I will give you feedback on your homework. And that's going to be a big part of this course. You're going to need to put in the effort to do the chart markups, and I promise I will give you feedback on that homework so that you can grow and adjust. If you're doing something slightly off, I want to make sure we correct it at that time so that you don't get way off later down the road. Okay, we want to adjust every module. We want to make sure that you're completely dialed in before going on to the next module. And the lessons will not be given to you until you complete the previous lesson. So that's another thing I need to mention, that in the curriculum you have to complete each module in its entirety, homework and everything, before I'll give you access to the next module, because I don't want you skipping ahead, because then again it's going to defeat the purpose of this structured program. Now let's talk about demo trading. You will be doing paper trading. You will be running demo accounts at a certain point in time, and you will be tracking those accounts because it's all theory until you can actually get into the markets and trade the markets. And I have to make sure that you can actually trade, and you're going to want to trade once you start learning these lessons. So you're not going to demo trade right off the bat. The first part of our price action course, you're just going to be focused on learning some of the most basic concepts. Then once you've learned those basic core principles, in lesson 2 I'm going to start you out on a demo trading account. You're going to have a set amount of either equity or pips that you're going to need to reach each week. That's going to be your goal. You're going to keep track of every trade that you do and how many pips or how much profit in equity you make per week, and we're going to go over each of those results in our student webinars at the end of each week. So be prepared for that. You will be doing demo trading because I do want to see that you have grasped the concepts. We will be having weekly webinars. Okay, the day and the time, it's not going to be the same every time, but I will try and make it so that most people can attend. It will be recorded if you cannot attend, but this is going to be your chance to give me a live update of how you've done over the week and ask any questions that you might have. Of course, you're always welcome to hit me up on Telegram directly. You have full access to me 24/7 as long as I'm not asleep. But the weekly webinars is going to be the time for us all to get together, and then I will also do live chart markups to go over whatever concept that we were emphasizing on that week. It might not be a concept that you've gotten to yet, but it'll just be a chance for us to interact with each other on a live basis. So that's going to be something that's only for the private students. And then bonus material, as I mentioned earlier on, we'll be releasing some bonus material. I've already got ideas in the works of things that I want to do. I'll be putting together possible templates for you guys. I'm definitely going to build up a library of indicators that I want to give you guys, and it's kind of a catch-22 because I think most indicators are a scam, but the whole point of me just trying to build up a library and give it to you is so that you won't go out and spend your money on them. And if you want to try and back test them, it's one of those things where I've tested out every indicator that there is, and that's how I know that none of them work. But you're not going to know that unless you satisfy that craving within yourself to actually throw it on a chart and spend time back testing it until you finally come to the same conclusion that they don't work. They all lag. None of them are going to, they all repaint. Okay, and you'll understand that if you've dealt with indicators before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I want to work on that. I want to give you guys that as a bonus, but I'll also be working on other bonuses. If I come up with methods or strategies, I'll be posting, those kind of bonus videos for you guys to try out, because you need to have a different strategy for every different market type, and we'll go over all of that in the course. Trust me, all that's coming. But just know I will be working on getting you guys a little extra bonus material every